Rolling! Rolling, guys.
Hey guys, as some of you may know already, my name is Natasha, also known as Books with Starbucks on Instagram. So today I'm coming to you with a book review of a book called Private by Kate Bryan, and it looks like this. So what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is, first of all, I'm just going to make a little recap of the book just so you guys know what it is about and, you know, all that. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about the identification, and then I'm going to talk about the length of the book, and last but not least, I'm going to talk about my overall thoughts about the book. So that's that, and I hope that you guys will keep on watching. Private is a book about the 15-year-old Reed Brennan who wins a scholarship to her dream school called Eastern Academy. She's finally free of her own life, but as soon as she gets there, she finds out that the rules are very strict and that everyone has a lot more experience than she does. She quickly goes from a straight-A student to a student who is almost failing all of her classes. And to prevent herself from getting expelled, she knows that she now has to find a way to get back into the game. She soon meets the Billing girls, who are the most perfect and popular and intelligent girls that you will ever find on the school. They run the school, and she soon finds out that to stay at the school and to be successful at the school, she needs to be friends with them. Reed now has to do everything in her power to get accepted by the Billings girls and show that she is meant to stay at the school. I said I wanted to talk a bit about identification, and I think when I'm saying this that we can all agree on the fact that we want to identify with the character in the book, the main character. And that's just to make the book so much more personal that we want that. But, you know, Private was no different, and I'm no different. I, of course, always want to identify the most with my character, and I did in Private. I really did. But what also happened in Private was that not only did I identify myself with her, I actually felt like I was Reed the entire way, and I was really just like, do that, Reed, come on, you can do it, like really getting into the game, because I really wanted her to be accepted by these Billings girls. And even though that she did things that I would have never done, I still feel like I was rooting for her to do them, even though I was like, I would never do that, but come on, do them. Because I could kind of feel like how she just wanted to get accepted. As said, I wanted to talk about the length of the book, and as you can kind of see on the book, it is a very short book. It is a little over 200 pages, like 229 actually, I think. So it is a short book, but I'm serious, this was like one of the best books that I've ever read. I read this book in a very stressful time in school. Which was stupid of me, because I could not just say, okay, now I've read it. No, I could not do that. Every time I started reading it and I was like, I'm just gonna read a few chapters. No, you can't say that, because you end up reading more. I was like, oh, the next chapter, it's like 3 pages. I can do that. And then I was like, oh, the next 3 pages as well. I'm gonna do that. And then you kind of read a lot more than you were supposed to do. What also was so great about the book is that when it is a short book, you might not have all the details that you would do in a long book. And I actually think that I have that here, because for me, as I talked about earlier, it's important to identify yourself with the character, but for me it's also very important to kind of imagine these things happen. Like, it's almost like when I'm reading, I want to feel like I'm actually watching a movie, if that makes sense. Like, I want to, when I'm reading from the book, I want to picture that in my head. And I did that. And that was also why I identified so much with Reed Brennan, that I actually felt like I was her, because I could literally see all these things happen. And I could see them in front of me, and I could picture like these perfect Billings girls, and I could picture Reed like really just trying everything in her power to get accepted. So the last thing I wanted to talk about was my overall thoughts about the book. And as many of you guys know, I am absolutely obsessed with the Sarah Shepard books, with all of her books actually, but mostly her The Lion Game books. So that is my obsession. That is my obsession. And I have to say that Private actually is up there with The Lion Game. And that is huge for me to say that, because for me The Lion Game is like, I'm not even sure I'm in the picture right now, but that is huge. And I really think that Private is that thing. I feel like when I was finished reading the Lion Game series, I was like, oh my god, like, I was all the way up here because that was just what I felt for the books. And I have that same feeling with Private, so that is pretty special to me. The only thing is that this is a book that has, like, there is 16 books in the series, where there were only 6 in the Lion Game series. So I'm really hoping that they're not dragging it out through like all of 16 books, but that they keep on adding new things, something like that, so it won't get like, oh come on, just give us the answer for God's sake. Yeah, I'm really hoping that. But yeah, as said, this was just really an awesome book, and I can literally not say anything that I did not like about the book, because I enjoyed the entire book all the way. Very positive review, I know, but I'm just so happy because it, do you know that feeling when you just like read a book and you're like, this is such an awesome experience, because that was exactly that. That's exactly that experience I'm sitting with right now, that I just want to read the next. Now, enough with me talking about all of that. It's time for the stars. So, yeah, if you haven't guessed, I'm gonna give this 5 out of 5 stars, just because I could not find anything that I didn't like about the book. I could not find one thing that was missing about the book, and I could not just, there was nothing for me, like it was perfect. So yeah, 5 out of 5 stars, and that is so well deserved, and that is just, it's perfect. So that was my review, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you read like Private, or if you read the next books in the series, just please leave a comment below to tell me what you thought about the book, because I would love to know, because I am all hyped on the book right now, so that would be awesome. And yeah, I think that will be that, and then I'll just see you guys in my next video. Bye. Private is a book about, oh my god, I lost my copy. And I found it. Great. Put my laptop on top of the book. That is a way to, yeah. Anywho, hey. And I think that we can all just agree on the one that, just about my day to day. Okay, we'll just take it from the top. And I literally need to stop putting my laptop on top of the book. I don't know why I do that. It's stupid.